Hey, it's Dan. Welcome back. This is iAllegedly. Got a good one for you. I'm at William Mason Park in Irvine, California, and there's a lot to cover in the economy. Things are bad right now, but they're about to get a lot worse. And the Fed has let us down again and again and again, and has just done it again right before our eyes. So before I get into it, please take a second. Please hit the like button. Please hit the subscribe button. Join our email list. An email just went out to everybody, and the link is below if you want to sign up for that. Plus, we have a Patreon channel. If you'd like more access to me, you can sign up for Patreon. We are living in a time unlike any other time right now when it comes to inflation. And the worst part about this is that our leaders, especially the Fed, is doing nothing. The Fed Chairman Powell, today spoke and was talking about how basically they see inflation going up and not being able to be controlled through the end of the year right now. And that they're going to aggressively raise interest rates, but they're not sure how it's going to bring inflation to neutral. So in other words, guys, we have the pedal to the floor. We're going as fast as we can in this jalopy, and it is going to eventually disintegrate. Mark Yasko of Morgan Creek Capital Management was on Mornings with Maria, and he was talking about how the economy is already in a recession, and that the inflationary problems that we have are only going to get worse, and that people need to understand that. But when GDP gets announced for the first quarter of 2022, he sees that it's going to be at zero, and that it's going to be a retrenchment from where it was in quarters gone by. And you have to look at things like this, because when you hear people like this talk about it, and Chairman Powell talk about how, we've got to curb demand. How do we slow demand down for certain products and ease the supply chain? Well, you guys, how do you guys slow down food, eating? How do you slow down wanting to fix your car? How do you slow down wanting to improve your business? How do you do that? Tell me, because if you can do that, that would help with inflation, according to Chairman Powell. You guys, I'm telling you this, when you put all of this together and you take multiple stories and put it together, it tells you that these people have no clue. Not the financiers. They're going to make money. Whether the world goes up or the world goes down, these people are going to make money. That's just how it works, okay? They're going to buy gold, they're going to buy silver. Now they're buying the utility companies, because the utility companies, regardless of what happens, you need to have electricity and lights on in your home and your business and your factory, etc. And they pay dividends, and these people make money. Look into that. So many people are upset about food prices right now, and there's all these different blogs, and people send me things all the time about bacon that was $4.99 a pound, and now it's $10.99 a pound. We're seeing vegetables that are through the roof. Somebody was complaining about avocados, individual avocados again. Oh, $1.99. Well, I saw $2.99 the other day. I went with my daughter this morning to get bagels. Hey, let's get a bagel while we drop your car off to get it worked on. And we go do that. 2 bagels, 2 drinks, $19. Yeah, we splurged and got cream cheese, guys, but that was on us. We just went crazy. Think about that. $19 for 2 bagels and 2 drinks. Guys, that's nuts. It makes you not want to go out. It makes you not want to buy anything right now. But when you look at food prices and you look at everything that we're experiencing right now, this is too much, guys. It's outrageous. It is absolutely through the roof with absolutely everything. How is the average family going to afford this? The thing that drives certain financiers crazy, and they look at the price of what people are paying, and you can't help but notice that it doesn't match the 8.5% inflation. Now, Elon Musk has just secured the financing to buy Twitter. Okay, that's been announced. Again, it was never in doubt that he was going to be able to do this, because Tesla just had a stellar quarter. They've got everything in order, and the company's moving forward. Now, here's the thing. He was talking about how he doesn't believe that inflation is at 8.5% because his suppliers are now demanding price increases of 20 and 30%. So is Elon crazy? Is he paying more than other people? No, it's reality. I don't know what the point of telling us the truth and telling us how much things really are. We can't handle that. It's nuts, guys. It's absolutely nuts. People are spending so much money right now just to get by, just to eat, and I don't know how they're doing it. So Elon Musk, the thing about this that's crazy is he does not see an additional price increase for Tesla right now because of how they purchase things. Now, smart people that manufacture products go out and sign contracts with their suppliers that they hate and have prices guaranteed and delivery guaranteed. But imagine this. If you sell, I don't care if you sell Tesla anything, if you're not performing to Tesla's needs, I'm sure they will get somebody else that will happily do business with them. Look at how big that turtle is out there. Isn't that thing huge? Climbing on the rocks, sunning on the rocks out here. It's a beautiful sunny day. Look at that thing. I once said, wow, that turtle looks really happy. And somebody goes, that's a really bold statement. Why would you say the turtle's happy? Number one, because I'm not an idiot. And number two, the turtle looks fat. So fat and happy. That's where that came from. Plus, it's really cool. All these turtles keeps popping their head up. So anyways, that turtle looks happy. What do you guys think? So inflation is not at 8.5%. The Fed has no plan to fix this. And when I thought about titling this video, I thought, the Fed's just blown it again. But, no, okay? Things are going to get much worse, guys, when they don't have a plan. Chairman Powell talks about potentially raising rates. We may have to go dramatic and go 1/2 of a point next month in May. Who cares, guys? Do it today. Paul Volcker went and raised rates without a meeting. That's what we need right now. Guys, this is nuts. $19 to go buy bagels is insane. It's just nuts. And it wasn't anything bougie. It wasn't anything like that I'm going to hear people say it was the bagel shop here in Orange County. So it's ridiculous. The average person cannot afford to live right now and to go out to dinner and go out and have a meal and go buy food at the grocery store. It's only going to get worse, guys. I really believe that. The different food, different co-ops, different coupon groups, things like that, all that stuff makes sense now more than ever. Got an announcement that we're going to do fairly soon, but I've got something that's going to try to combat this because we need to all work together on things like this right now and get as many discounts as you can. All these kids out there that are millennials are talking about how they do this thing called cash stuffing, where they don't rely on credit. They buy everything with cash. I participated in some of these clubs before where you sit down and they give you a savings plan and things like this, and it really works. The only problem is that people have to have the money to make it work. So in other words, hey, if you put X amount of dollars in, these envelopes each week, by the end of this period, you'll have X amount of money. And, some are you'll save $1,000, some are you'll save $10,000. And the thing about this, when I participated in this, I'm like, what does somebody do if they don't have a job like this, or they don't have the money? Then they can't do it. But the idea with cash stuffing is that people go out and pay for nothing unless they can pay for it with cash. Now, I have a friend who's very successful and runs her own business, single. She has always had this mantra with me that I thought was brilliant, and that is self-employed, has her own business. If I don't bring money in, I don't spend money. Okay, how does that work? Well, again, I don't go out to lunch if I don't sell something. I don't go out to dinner. I don't go to the grocery store. I don't buy anything if I don't have a sale in the company, if I haven't brought something in to offset that. And through the years, that's worked really well. How long have you gone? Oh, I've gone 6-7 days without selling anything and haven't spent any money during that time. That takes some serious discipline to know that you're going to go home and make a sandwich and eat at home and not live this way. Would you guys do this? I know a lot of people that live this way, live a conservative fiscal lifestyle like this, a fiscally conservative lifestyle. And but for her, when she needs money, she's got it now and do whatever she wants. And she loosens that up a little bit now, but it really, what a great way to live. So any other plans that you guys have done that have been effective for you to save money, to live? I really have gone out of my way not to use the credit cards. Pay them off and don't use the credit cards right now. You have to have them, but just don't use them right now. So let me know what you guys think about all this stuff. Now you have another expert stepping forward, Keith McCullough of Hedges Risk Management, stepping forward to saying that the Fed has lost control of everything, saying that inflation is transitory and not acting swiftly enough has just caused more damage. And he's getting into his clients into gold, silver, and the utilities as well. But he is concerned that this doesn't have a good landing. The idea of a soft landing with all these problems is absolutely ridiculous when you hear about what the average person's going through right now, the average company. You know, talk to a couple people in the biotech space today, and they've had to revamp and rechange their company so much. Both companies had to merge with another business to stay afloat. These guys were brilliant too. These are people that have spoken at my events. These are world-class people, you know, that know the industry, but the writing was on the wall that they couldn't maintain it and they had to be bigger, so they had to get better by joining somebody else. Good and bad comes out of that. You lose people, you hire people, but this company is hiring, and it was great because they brought, you know, the one-man band, one-woman show, people like that worked by themselves, that may have been regulatory professionals, paid them good salaries, stock options, things like that, and brought them in. But wouldn't have been able to survive if they didn't do things like this. Our government doesn't look at things this way. You guys think about this. This bird flu thing that's going around right now, this could devastate chicken prices right now. People have written me, you know, I love chicken thighs, love to barbecue chicken thighs, teriyaki, all that stuff. They're just inexpensive. How about chicken thighs that last week were $4 are now $12? And so many people have written me with, you know, saying the same thing, that there's no escape to get lower prices right now with anything. And this is only going to get worse. Think about this. If the bird flu thing takes off and it gets worse, chicken will be like eating lobster. Oh my gosh, we had crab legs and chicken. It'll be like that, guys. So share your thoughts on this stuff, guys, because I don't think people have a grasp of how bad things are right now. You have to get a control of this. You've got to look at preparing food and preparing for the future, where things are going to go out of business. And talking to all these professionals, they all agree the same thing, that people have not seen the bad times yet, and it's going to get much worse, and people need to hunker down and have a plan. Now, one thing we talked about a few months ago was Carvana and the problems with Carvana with people and with customers. There is a new company called Vroom that is getting sued by the state of Texas right now because their Carvana problems, Vroom has made it much worse than Carvana. They have over 5,000 complaints from customers with not getting title, not getting license plates, deceptive advertising, not letting people know that the cars were in accidents, things that people needed to be made aware of that they were not made aware of. And absolutely unbelievable. Has anybody bought a car from Carvana or Vroom during this time? Because I don't know how they're going to stay in business. When they went public, I think it was in 2020, they started at $22 a share, shot up to $97. Recently, it was at $1 a share, $1.07 a share. Well, that's a brilliant return on your investment from that company. But has anybody bought this thing? Because I think it's nuts if you had anything to do with this. But again, the idea of buying a home and not seeing it, the idea of buying a car and not inspecting it, you're getting the same problems because it looks beautiful. I didn't see that dent. You see that scuff mark on that thing? No, I didn't see it. That's what happens with this stuff. And that's just the little things. But when you cannot get the title to it, you can't get the car insured, got a little bit of a problem driving that vehicle. So share your thoughts on all this stuff, guys, because again, food prices are going to go through the roof. The Fed, they're going to fix it next month. So again, if you believe that, I don't know where you people are coming from, because this is nuts right now that things are like this. And let me know what you guys think about all this. Now, when it comes to business news, there are many times when you'll have one story that affects another story, and they're kind of intertwined, and you may not even know it. Give you an idea, Old Navy, the clothing store, dismal sales, horrible quarter, and they just announced their numbers, and they're owned by the Gap. Who knew? Well, the CEO of Old Navy is going to step down, Nancy Green, who's run the company for about 2 years, but shocked at how bad sales are, and it's dramatically affecting Gap's stock price, which I did not know Gap owned Old Navy. So I was trying to think of the last time I was in an Old Navy store, and it's always with my kids. It's always when they have their dollar flip-flops and certain deals like that you want to go, the $12 jeans and stuff like that. But then other than that, you don't go shop there all the time. So is Old Navy finished? You tell me. Speaking of finished, CNN Plus. CNN Plus was a streaming program that they put $300 million into. And I want you to think about this. iAllegedly, before 9 a.m., has had days where it's had more viewers than CNN had all week long. Okay? Oh, that's funny. Okay? $300 million. So I offered I would go to CNN and work there for $30 million if they'd pay me, and I will fix CNN Plus. But they're done after 1 month. Not going to reboot, not going to fix it. They are finished after 1 month. Now, this goes along with Quibi. Quibi was a movie portal that you could stream these different little movies that had to be streamed in portrait mode, and they signed up for it and signed all these celebrities to these huge contracts and made quick little movies. Quibi was a quick bite. They lost $1 billion on this. Absolutely insane. $1 billion on that. So this will go down in history again as another complete loser with CNN Plus. And again, it's ridiculous that all this money is paid to these individual streaming platforms, because when you look at now Netflix, and Netflix is backpedaling and saying, there's so many streaming options out there, people can't handle it. No, Netflix is a joke. Netflix has a bunch of problems we could talk about for an hour, but Netflix, there's too much on the platform. And I understand that. I'm telling you, Ed, that some of the quality of the shows are so awful on that platform. Then they've got great stuff on there too. So again, to lose subscribers, think about this from a monetary point. They lost 200,000 subscribers. Okay, but they thought they were going to add in this quarter 2.5 million. So that's 2.7 million subscriber difference right there. That's unbelievable, guys, when you hear that number right there. So talking about not being realistic on where the company's headed, they had no clue how bad things are. But they're going to start having Netflix with ads on it. I don't want that. I don't want to pay you a dime to watch an ad. I can go to Pluto TV, Tubi, things like that. There's apps out there with free TV out there, guys, right now that are absolutely amazing. And people share those all the time with me. But take a look at stuff like that, because you don't need to have TV. You just don't need it anymore. There's ways to get your news, channels like this, a lot of different things without spending a dime. And again, as we try to be more fiscally conservative and try to not just spend to oblivion, you have to make choices like this. And did you guys ever sign up for CNN Plus? I know no one's going to admit that. But again, what a joke. What an absolute... there's a joke no one's ever said in a bar. Hey, man, I just wish I had more CNN. I would love to just get more CNN shoved down my throat. Okay? They lost the airports, guys. Think about that. The only time I remember watching a ton of CNN is when you're so bored and you're waiting for that flight. Let me just sit down and as you glaze over and wait for that flight. That's over, guys. And so is CNN Plus. So share your thoughts on all this stuff, guys. Have you guys, bought a car from one of those online places? Have you ever purchased that? done anything sight unseen like that and had it be seamless and not a problem. That I want to hear about, because right now I could not imagine buying a car right now and not looking at it. These people that have bought houses and not seen them, it's unbelievable. Somebody sent me a video where there was a plumbing problem, and again, mainline sewer, and it was disgusting to watch this. But you own this house. You own this house that has over $100,000 of repairs that have to be done for it to be livable, because the health department shut it down in addition to the building department. So share your thoughts on all this stuff, guys. The geese were freaking out. Underneath that tree is a coyote, guys. Just came running up. Unbelievable. During the day. So I'm walking around the park. Look at the coyote, guys. Right there. Wow. During the day. Get out of here. Go. 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 Get out of here. Get out of here. Go. 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 Hurry. Out of here. Get out of here. Go. 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 I'm going to finish this video with these last few stories. But first, wasn't that crazy seeing a coyote that close? These poor birds would have been Scooby snacks, to say the least. So I'm glad he got shooed away. First things first. First-time unemployment job claims came in at a 53-year low. 182,000 people filed for first-time unemployment job claims. Basically, guys, we have nothing but full employment. Who believes this? Do you believe this? I don't believe it at all. Save my life, I don't believe it. Next thing, Fortune magazine did an article on 7 housing markets that are going to go up this year and 9 that could potentially crash. Guys, the average house just got announced, hit the highest level ever. The average house price, $375,000 across the country. If you don't think that that's going to go down when the crash happens, you're kidding yourself. There's that. Netflix has doubled down on their potential having ads on their platform, that they're going to hire an advertising manager to work on this. That's nuts, guys. We need to remind Netflix of Quibi and CNN Plus before they do something as stupid as this. Final thing is Goldman Sachs. Goldman Sachs has a checking account program that normally investment banks don't have things like this, but they have set up a checking account for 20,000 of their employees, and they're going to roll it out to the masses. Does that interest you? Would you go get a Goldman Sachs checking account? Let me know. Please do not forget to hit the like button. Please don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Guys, look at the alternatives. Look at gold, look at silver, look at the utilities, look at things that pay dividends. Get yourself some solid financial advice. Onward and upward, guys. I will see you guys very soon.